Greetings, entrepreneurs. My name is Michelle Riley, aka the Savvypreneur, and I equip entrepreneurs with tips, tools, and strategies to grow a profitable business. And if that's you, go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you can receive new videos when I upload them. So, what I wanted to talk about today and what I want to do is a mini training in the email autoresponder GetResponse. Because as I was just going through learning this platform, I said to one of the customer service reps, GetResponse is getting on my nerves because it was like everything was all over the place. I wasn't understanding how the system worked. I even was looking online to kind of find something that would put it in a process that I understood it, and I still couldn't find it. So, anywho, I went and really took the time to understand it and put a system in place. And for that reason, I am doing this video to help those who may have transitioned to GetResponse or thinking of transitioning to GetResponse, to help you so you don't have to go through the frustration that I went through. Now, with that being said, that once you put a process and a system in place, then you know how to continue to do it. And one thing that I love about GetResponse is that it has trainings on there to help you build your list. It really is a great resource for entrepreneurs who are trying to grow their business. I love how they have the data and you're able to see what's working. If you want to do A and B split tests, all of that is there for you. But for this little training, I'm just going to show you how to go in and set up if you are creating a landing page or a form and you have some type of resource that you want to give to your subscribers. So this way the process can be easy and you don't have to stress about it anymore. So let's go. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to go in and you want to sign into your account. And again, I believe they have a 14-day free trial before you have to pick a plan. So once you come in, the first thing that you're going to do, now if you are giving out some type of resource, now I'm only going to do this training with the intent that you are giving a resource to those who sign up on your list. Maybe it's a checklist, an ebook, or some type of content that they can be able to download. So the first thing that you want to do with that is you want to go on your dashboard and you want to go to menu. So you want to go to files and images, because this is going to help you so you don't have to be backtracking. So then you're going to go ahead, you're going to click add file, then you're going to find where that file is on your computer. If it's on your computer, you can just simply drag and drop it, but this file is already uploaded, so I'm not going to do that. So once that's there, then you'll just go ahead and upload it, and then it will be placed within your files and images, right? So, in also what you can do is, like, if you have an image of your content or your file, or maybe a picture or something that's related to that, you can also upload that in here. So when you go to create your form, then you have all of the components to put that form together so it looks visually appealing, right? So that's the first thing you're going to do, is upload your resource. Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go and you are going to create your list. Now you don't have to come out of this page right here, because it's right here on the top. So you're just going to go to list, and now you're going to basically name your list, create your list. So you're going to go in, and I'm just going to do, for the sake of this, is testing. Let's see. Uh, okay, testing GetResponse. Let's see, can I create it? Okay, it says that name already exists. Testing GetResponse 1. Let's see if that is taken. Okay, so I'm going to delete this anyway. So once that list is created, then now it's there. So you just leave that there. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go and create your message, meaning your email. So you're going to go here and let's go, so I don't confuse you, you can just stay here and you can go to drafts, because it's basically going to be a draft, right? They call it a newsletter, and I think that was what was kind of confusing me, because I was saying, well, it's not really a newsletter because I send out newsletters. So why are you naming it a newsletter? But anywho, okay, I don't understand that, but anyhow, I had to make sense so I could utilize this platform to do what I needed to do with it, right? So we're going to, for the sake of that, just go ahead and create the email newsletter, which is still an email. So you're going to go into your drop in a drag and drop editor. So one thing you're going to do is you're going to name it, right? So we're going to pick the list, first of all, what we've already created. So that was testing get response one. So that is why you need to follow this in order, because if you come and try to create email without that list, then if somebody signs up, they won't have a list that is going to be attached to that email. So this is the reason why you have to create your list first. So then you want to go ahead and give that list a name. So I'm just going to put testing get response, because it's saying that your subscribers won't see it. It's only for your records, and I'm spelling it wrong. Okay, so now you can go ahead and you can, put in the subject line, hi, thanks for signing up, right? And then you are going to go to your next step. So as we wait for my computer, now the next thing is you can actually pick a template that's already, they have templates that's, if it fits in what you're trying to say or visualize to your potential subscribers, then you can pick this and just go in and change the copy. And, and they have some really great templates. I mean, I really like their templates, but for the sake of this tutorial, I always pick start from scratch. And then what I do is I go down here and I choose a blank template, but you don't have to. You can go where the columns are already there for you, but I like to do things from a mindset of me creating it because of how I want it to look, and not have to be, going through the basis of somebody else's design. So what I'll do is I'll come over here and put a pre-header here, and that's basically just to say, if you can't view this email in your inbox, then you can basically view it online. So then I'll go ahead and I'll put the image block there, and then I have my own logo. So you would just, let me just show you what I did there. I clicked in the box. Sometimes you have to kind of play around with get response. I don't know if it's, just things you just have to do. Sometimes you may have to reload it just for it to work correctly. But I mean, to me, I love this tool, so I'm gonna have the patience to work with it. So I didn't save it, so that's why you see my blocks have moved. So I'll just go back in and put that in, and I'll go back and put my image block. Let me let it finish populating it. Then I'll just will go ahead and add my text block, and that's there. So now if I'm gonna add an image, I'll just click in the box, and then I'll choose my logo or files that I've uploaded. Like I told you in the beginning, you can upload it. Now we'll look at that and say, oh, that's too big. So you'll just go here and use the tools that they have to basically, resize it. And then you can go in, and what I've learned is when this blue box is highlighted, this is when you can go in and kind of resize it and kind of get it to the place where you may want it, how you want it to look. Because I don't want a logo to look like it's like taking up the whole email, right? That's not the purpose of that. So then you can go in and then you type out any, information. You can say, thank you for signing up. This is basically, your welcome email. And then you have this little, what I would say, your little toolbox here. And then you can go here and I click on this person to personalize it and put first name. So when they get the email, it'll say welcome. Well, I won't say welcome email, but it will say welcome, whatever their name is. If it's me, welcome Michelle, then, thank you for signing up for whatever and downloading it. And if you want this to be the email where they receive the free resource, you can put click, no, let's see, click the link to download. And then I would just go and put a little arrow in, so this way they'll know. And I'll put free resource. I don't know why am I. So what I'll do, now remember when we went in to upload our resource. So let me show you here. Now I have to go back into GetResponse because I didn't open up another tab in it. But one thing about GetResponse, you can't work within the editor in two tabs. So that's something that you cannot do. If you're working on an email within that editor, you cannot open up another editor. So, but that's okay. So what we're going to do is now you need to go where you uploaded that file at. That PDF, that checklist, wherever that is, you need to find where you uploaded it. So I'll just take this right here. Now, do you see that copy URL? So that means that your resource now has a URL. And if you just want to check to make sure you have the right resource, because sometimes we can download stuff and say, oh, that was the wrong one, let me go. So I would always go open up another browser and paste it just to make sure that that resource is the correct resource that I am sending to those who sign up. Because, okay, so that would be, you would say, okay, great, that's the right resource. So that way, when your subscribers get, their resource, it's the one that you intended to send them. So I would just go in, highlight that word, free resource, and then I would go to this link right here, and I would just go here, and I would insert that, and I would just say, okay. So now that that is done, so what we're going to do, if you want, you can view this on your phone to make sure how it looks on the phone, if it's displaying correctly. But now that that's done, let me just move certain things out of my way. So you would go in and you would save it as a draft. So the next step, you would go to your next step, and it would tell you to choose a list. So obviously that list is not on here as well because we have not published it yet. So you're going to go in and you're going to say next step, or nobody has signed up for it yet. So what GetResponse does, it helps you to make sure that your email is not going into your subscriber spam. So they give you like a spam score for you to check to make sure that everything is okay. So you can go in and view how your email would look on other devices, on Gmail, Yahoo, Outlook, other web-based clients. So, and I think that's a good thing. But it's going to upload. But I'm not going to sit here and have you wait all that time for this to upload. So what I'm going to do is go back, because once you go ahead and you view that in another browser that it opens up for you, it'll just show you that's okay. But you have no recipients, but that's okay because you're going to save that as a draft, right? So now, well done, we saved that. So the next thing, and let me come out because sometimes you can't see when I have the screen full, but I just wanted to make sure that everything is going right. So now that we created the message, now the next thing is to go in and create the autoresponder. Because this is so key, why everything has to be done this way so you don't get confused. Because I was like uber confused trying to create emails and get my things together. So now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go to email, create autoresponder, right? So you're going to give it a name. So we said what? Testing GetResponse, is that what we called it? Okay. So we're going to say we want that message to go out on day 0, meaning as soon as they sign up, right? Soon as they sign up, we want them to get that welcome message. But if you don't want them to get that message or whatever that resource is until maybe day 1, day 2, day 12, you decide when you want that message to go out, right? Because it's going to automatically shoot it out. So now you have to come in here and you have to pick the list that you created to begin with. This is the reason why you had to do things in a way where it's a system. So you go ahead and you select that list. So it says, so when do you want this message to go out? So if it's a welcome message, obviously you want it to go out immediately. And whenever they sign up, you want it to go out on every day of the week. If they sign up on a Saturday, you don't want to wait a day and have it go out on Sunday. So you want it to go out immediately on whatever day they sign up, right? So now it comes down here and says choose message or create message. Now this is why you had to go in and create your message. So this way when you come to do your email autoresponder, everything is already ready and set for you to go. So you just go in, choose message. Now obviously your message is going to be in a draft because it's not published. So here it is right here, testing GetResponse. So we're going to choose that message because we know we already went in and created it. So then what you're going to do is you're going to go save and publish, right? So now once that's saved and published, let's go down here. So that is your email. Let's make sure. So when you go here, you make sure that all of your lists, especially those that you want to see, they have to be checked or else they won't be on where you can visualize it. So now this is what we see. We see it's on, and when it starts collecting, like when you send out to your list, you'll see that how many people have received it, how many people have opened it, and the click rate. So this is what I love about GetResponse because it's giving you all of your data up front, right? So now the next part of this is now going in and creating your landing page or your form. So let's just say you want to just create a form, simple form, just to, send out that resource. So you're going to go into create form. You're going to go into the list builder. So let's just give that a moment to populate. I don't know why my computer is running a little bit slow today, but we're going to get through it. We're going to get through this. Okay, come on, form. Okay, there it is. So we just got to go down. So these are the different forms that they give you where you can choose to, either go in and change it. You don't have to create one from scratch. If you like one that you see. So for the sake of this tutorial, let's just choose this one, right? Let's just use this template. And I'm not going to really change any colors or anything like that. I just want you to get the main idea of going in and creating your form. So this way you can get signups and you can be able to deliver your resource without a big headache. So if you wanted to go in to change the background of this photo here, you would click that back. You would click that, and as you see, it's highlighted with the grid around it. So you see right here, background. So you could actually go in and you could go into image. You go here, and if you wanted to change that image, let me just wait for it to populate. Okay, so now this is why I was saying if you had any images or anything that you wanted to put, you could just go in and upload your images. If not, they have images that you can basically search by category to find the different images that maybe you need, for your form. So your form can look the way you want it to look, okay? So that's on, your choice of how you would want that to look. So you would just go in and choose that, and it would just say select it, and it would add it to the background of that image. But we're not going to use that. I just wanted to show you if you wanted to go in and change the image, you could. So if you want to go in and change your text, you go in and you would be able to change your fonts here. Now with GetResponse, I believe that you can upload your own fonts. I'm not too sure. I'm still learning the platform, but what I know so far is the fonts that they have in here. If it's not on your brand, then you would just have to continue to check to see if you can upload. I'm sure you probably could, but for the sake of this tutorial or this training is, you just probably just use the ones that they have within here for now. So you would just go in, maybe change the fonts. If you want to change the color of the button, you would go in, highlight that, and you would see style. Now, let me just show you. As you see, these two are grayed out, meaning you can't use that. But when you go in and you select any type of field, you'll see where you can go and edit it at, because it will basically have that field now highlighted where you can go and edit it. So if you wanted to change the color of that button to any color, then you would go ahead and you would go in and you would change it. And it just depends on, what is your brand or whatever. So for the sake, I'll just change it to that. If you wanted to go in and change that font, then you would go in, pick that color. If you wanted to bold it, certain fonts, okay, can't be bolded, but you get the gist. So maybe you want to make that a little bit bolder. It's kind of hurting my eyes. But anyway, you get the gist of what I'm saying. But let's just turn it back to yellow and turn the button back to yellow and turn this back to white. Okay, just showing you how to go in and play around with it. Now here's the important part of this form, because you have a download now button, right? So you can even go in and click in and you can change the text to sign up, and that way you can change it for however you want. Then also what I want to show you as well as on this form is that you have a thank you page, and it can say, enjoy reading the guide. So now you have all of that at your disposal. So if you know that when someone goes to sign up, let's see, you're going to go here and make sure that everything is okay. So this sign up button, what it's going to do is once you have everything complete, let me just resize my screen. I apologize, my screen went down. And I believe I'm on, okay. Now I'm back. So what you're going to do is you can always preview. So let's hit the preview. Okay, so now that's how your form would look once you go and you preview it. So you're seeing what your subscribers would see if they were to come to this form and basically sign up. So the next thing that you want to do once you previewed it, you can come out of that and just X out of that. But you want to make sure that every time that you are editing something, you want to go save. You want to make sure that you're saving it each time you're editing something, because if not, it's not going to be saved. Even though you may see it on the other screen, it won't be saved. So you want to make sure that you have everything that you want within your thank you page or any information. If you wanted to go in and start adding any more dividers, if you wanted to add more text, you could do all of that. But I'm not going to do that, because that is not what this tutorial is basically about. Setting it up so your subscribers could receive their download, because you want to get them on your email list. So now the next thing that is really important with this form is the settings. So what you're going to do is you're going to go here and you're going to name that form. So, okay, we named it testing GetResponse. Right? And remember, we got to go and we got to choose the name of that list, because if not, they're not going to get any of our messages. You want to make sure you have your confirmed opt-in on. You want to make sure that they're receiving that message. So they have that message is already there. So because it is populating that list, because that list that you created, that draft that you created, that email draft that you created, all of that is pulling in from that list into now this form. So this is the reason why it's so important that you had done all of those steps prior than starting to create your form, because then you'll be all over the place and it won't make sense to you. So that's the reason why you have to have those steps in order. So you can choose thank you page, or they can either stay on the page or you can say default. So you want to probably say maybe default if you have a thank you page, because you want to let them know that they have signed up or subscribed or whatever it is. So this way they receive the resource. Now for those who've already subscribed, one thing that I do love about GetResponse, if someone has already subscribed to your list and for that specific form, they can't sign up again on that same form because it won't populate to the thank you page. It'll just stay on that page, because you don't want multiple emails of the same email signing up for the same thing, because that would make the list, it wouldn't make no sense to have 5 people with the same email signed up for different resources. So you want to make sure that they can't sign up on the same page for the same resource. So you want to put on recapture, so this way your form is not receiving bot signups. You want to make sure it is a human that is signing up for your form. So you want to put that on as another security feature. So down here, I don't mess with any of that. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and let me just make sure that you go back up and you just click save, because those are your form settings, right? So once they sign up, now on the thank you page, you can put, let's go in and add text. Now you can go in and put, now you see I add that text box. Check your inbox, your resource is waiting for you. Now obviously I'm not going to keep it that color, but you can go in and you can change it from that font to another font, to another color. Let's make it black, and then you can go in and you can change that size, and you just have to go in and make sure the boxes are spread out. So I think we've done that. So you go enjoy reading the guide, and you just kind of structure it the way that you see fit. And now you can hit save. Now publish. Okay, now it gives you a code here. So this way, if you have a website and you wanted to put that form on your website, you could go in and you could put that form on your website. But now what you want to do, or what I usually do, is I'll go in and I'll look at that form, because this is where all your forms will be at, all the forms that you created, and you can turn them on and turn them off. So let's see the form right here, testing, get response. So this way I'll know. So once you can go here and you click that link, copy link address, and then you can go here, open up another browser and paste it. And okay, let's test the form. So I'm gonna put, and I'm gonna send it to one of my emails just to see. How the form works, because you always want to test your form. Okay, so it says subscribe. Remember that we went through making sure that I'm not a robot, that I am a human. So now it's telling me select all the traffic lights in the picture. Okay, now the crosswalk. Okay, really? Okay. Did I select the right one? The parking meters? Probably didn't. Okay, that's a lot of that's a lot of security. But hey, anywho, that's a good thing. So now we get our thank you page. Enjoy reading the guide. Check your inbox. Your resources wait. So let's go check our inbox. Okay. Now, I'm sorry. We are in our inbox. So as you see, I have my receives my subscription. So it says confirm it. So let's go ahead and confirm it. Let's move some of these windows out of the way. So it says thank you for subscribing. Your subscription has been confirmed and has been added to test getting response 1 list, right? So now let's go back and see as we wait for now. Hey, and there goes our email that we've created. And there it is. Welcome, Michelle. Now, I didn't add any text in there because it was just to show you, click here to receive your free resource. So let's go ahead and click that and let's see if we get our resource. There we go. So that is how you utilize GetResponse email system without going through a lot of headache. Let me just bring it back up for you guys. So this way, if you are on GetResponse and it's kind of, a little bit hard for you to understand, but hopefully with this, tutorial, you will understand how to do it. So I didn't mean to bring me back up. So let me just get back into GetResponse. So just to recap this training, the first thing you're going to do is you are going to upload your resource. Then you are going to create your list. Then you are going to create your message, which GetResponse calls it an email. Then you are going to create your autoresponder. Then the last thing you're going to do is create your landing page, because you don't want to be putting the cart before the horse. I think certain videos that I've seen is they go and they create a landing page, and I'm like, wait a minute, why would I create a landing page and I have no other things to connect it to? So that's kind of working backwards. So you want to work first by getting any content that you want your subscribers to receive first uploaded. Then you go through those key steps, and then you are able, as you see, to have your subscribers sign up to your list. So hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I will come and I will answer them for you in maybe another video. So have a great day and keep watching.